afterwards. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, second half of the top 4 of Thursday Night Modern. We have Uncle Shiesty versus Better Call Paul. Uncle Shiesty playing a mono green deck. Mono green Stompy, you could say. Maybe mono green Devotion. Oh, there's a bug. Sorry, there's a bug on stream. This is Better Call Paul. Yeah, Better Call Paul. He is playing Blue-Red Splinter Twin. We're in the top 4 right now. Both these players have moved up the bracket. They both won their quarterfinals match. The winner of this will play against Lifebred. I guess it's spoiler alert, people are watching it out of order. Oops, my bad. So, Better Call Paul, getting a mountain, going for the lightning bolt to kill their Dryad Militants. So we'll see if Better Call Paul can get a quick combo on Uncle Shiesty, because I believe main deck Uncle Shiesty wouldn't have too many cards to stop Splinter Twin combo, but I might be wrong. We haven't seen too much of Uncle Shiesty's deck today. Just kind of been under the radar, I suppose. But you know, the semifinals here, the loser of this is guaranteed 5 tickets. The winner of this will move on to the finals where they're guaranteed at least 12 tickets. The winner of this event is getting a Forcible, so that's pretty sick. You know, all the prizes been donated by moxchange. You know, of course, Thursday Night Modern is a free event to enter for all the modern players. But we do add some sweet prizes, especially since this is our month-end event, we add bonus prizes. Lightning Bolt coming down to kill the first half of the Strangleroot Geist. Lavamancer probably going to finish it off next turn. But we'll see if Uncle Shiesty has something. He might have Vines of Vastwood. There we go. Vines of Vastwood, as I said. Giving it hexproof. Not hexproof, but it can't be targeted, actually. It's not hexproof, it's not even Shroud. It can't be targeted by anything, yours or your opponent's effects. One common thing to do in a Splinter Twin matchup is if your opponent tries to put a Splinter Twin on their Deceiver Exarch or Pestermite, you can Vines of Vast with their creature, and their creature no longer can be targeted by anything, so the Splinter Twin isn't allowed to target it anymore, and it fizzles. Yeah, Twin usually has one Lavamancer nowadays. It's pretty good tech against a lot of fair decks. You know, there we go. Lavamancer being used right away to kill a Scavenging Ooze. Probably a good idea. Don't want the Ooze to get any bigger. This is game 1. We just started. Game 1 of the semifinals. Second semifinal. There's another Scavenging Ooze. Getting remanded. Now it looks like Uncle Shiesty could replay it, and he's gonna replay it, but that does mean it is gonna die to this Lavamancer. So it's kind of interesting that Shiesty is just playing with creatures into Lavamancer. Maybe he feels like he needs to just get rid of all the cards in the graveyard now. He can't really play around it. The remand there was very good because it meant that to play the Scavenging Ooze, he'd have to tap out. So he couldn't, you know, eat creatures to grow the Ooze out of Lavamancer range. So, good trade there. Vendilion Click coming down now. Gonna sneak peek at Uncle Shiesty's hand. If he wants, take a card, put it to the bottom of the deck. Then Shiesty draws another card. But, you know, Vendilion Click 3-1 blocker, pretty good. Of course, this is the old art for Vendilion Click. Modern Master, there's 2, which just came out on Magic Online today. Has the new arts. I'm personally a fan of the new art, but this card's also pretty good. I wouldn't blame anyone for liking one art over the other. So, Avatar of the Resolute being put on the bottom. That's a new card from Dragonstar here. Trample Reach and enters the battlefield with a counter if another creature on the battlefield has a counter. So, I think the reason why it's being shuffled away is because, well, I was going to say for Vendilion Click, so the click could get through, but decided to trade the click with the root. He tried to trade his Vendilion Click with the first half of Strangleroot anyways. Dungrove Elder coming down. I wonder if that was an option for him to take. That seems like if he could have taken Dungrove, he would have. Maybe he drew that off the Vendilion Click. Because Dungrove has hexproof, power toughness equal to the number of forests you have. In a mono green deck where you only play forests, it can get pretty big. So, there we go. Lavamancer clearing off the Strangleroot Geist. Lavamancer's really done work today. Exiled a bunch of cards. think it's been activated 3 times. Lava Mats are, you know, better in Modern when you have all these fetch lands and cheap cantrips and stuff, so you can get a lot of cards in your graveyard. Yeah, it looks like the Dungrove Elder was the card drawn off the click, so a good draw for Shiesty, you know, a solid threat. It's going to be hard for Paul to deal with that. He can't tap it down with Pestermites or Exarchs. The second one's even better. We'll see if it gets countered. No, it doesn't. Just sticks in play. That's gonna be a lot of pressure, you know. Better Call Paul can't really, like, he has to just block them if he doesn't want to take damage, or maybe Cryptic Command tap them down. Dryad Militant. Well, I was gonna say this. Looks like Uncle Shiesty's gonna win this game 1. Just 2 Dungrove Elders. They're both 5/5s. I guess both of them presenting lethal. Even if he blocks one, the Dryad Militant plus the other one is lethal. So there we go. Game 2 is going to be starting here after their sideboarding. So we'll see what both players bring in. For a mono green Stompy player, I would assume that Uncle Shiesty would have cards like maybe Choke, more enchantment removal, stuff like that to deal with the combo from Splinter Twin. Splinter Twin probably going to bring in, you know, cards like Batterskull, maybe some more removal spells if they have any. Yeah, this is a tournament. This is our Thursday Night Modern event. We're right now in the semifinals. So we're just in between the rounds, waiting for these two to sideboard. Then we'll get to game 2 of our semifinals. Ooh. I feel like this matchup probably isn't good for Twin overall. Well, this event is ran through MTGO, but it's like I mean, I host it myself, and I mean, I run it basically, and moxchange adds the prizes to it. So tonight, like the winner, it gets a Force of Will. Second place is gonna get 12 tickets, store credit to moxchange. You know, the semifinalists will each get 5, and then if you made top 8, you get 1 store credit. But yeah, it's, you know, we do this every Thursday. I've been doing it for a month now, so it's been pretty good. I mean, I guess, like, you know, it's done both by, yeah, a combo, moxchange and me. I usually do the organizing for it. Moxchange has been good at promoting it, though. They, like, mentioned it on Reddit and stuff. Yeah, if you guys want a link... If you guys want a link to moxchange or the tournament thing to sign up, they're both in my description below. If you go to the one that says free tournament, which has a picture of Serum Vision, that'll link you to my battlefy page, which shows all the tournaments that we host. If you go, I think even lower, there's a little link that shows moxchange's picture. You get a direct link to their website, where basically you can buy and sell cards with other players. It's kind of like having your own personal bot for Magic Online. Anyways, game 2 underway. Turn 1, Experiment 1. Pretty good start. You know, once Experiment 1 becomes a 3/3, then it has an ability where you can remove 2 counters to regenerate it. It makes it like a resilience. Ooh, interesting Rancor here. I was gonna say Lightning Bolt's really good because it counters the Rancor and it kills the Experiment 1. Vines of Vastwood, so I guess it made sense that. Interesting. Vines of Vastwood, you know, I guess it was a pretty safe Rancor then to do there because he had the vines to protect it. So he's going to get him for 3 damage. That's pretty strong. Not the way Better Call Paul probably wanted to start this match off. There's an Electrolyze. It's going to kill the Experiment 1. But the Rancor does get returned. That of course is one of the abilities of Rancor. Is whenever it would go to the graveyard from play, it goes back to the hand. Ooh, like I said, choke is going to be huge here. Look at that choke coming down. Islands do not untap during your controller's untap step. Better Call Paul played 3 islands right away from the get-go. Tapped low, kind of got wrecked by it. Sometimes choke isn't bad if you have multiple sulfur falls and things like that, but the way that, you know, Better Call Paul starts specifically was very vulnerable. But he's played 2 lands now that don't get locked down by choke, but he is still limited on sources for blue. There we go, Dungravelder as a 4/4, providing a reasonable clock. Once again, it's going to be hard to answer this threat. To run the last troll. Bah. Run the last troll. Cannot be countered. We got 2 pretty good threats now. Don't know how Better Call Paul's going to fight through them. I think his only way of winning would really be to have the combo. He could go like Exarch, untap one of his lands that wouldn't untap, and then play another land over Splinter Twin. But that's assuming Shiesty has no cards in his hand that could interact with it. There's a Rancor coming down on the Hexproof guy, so not much can be done about that other than countering the Rancor, but usually not. Now he's 10 power on board. This is lethal power coming across, lethal damage coming across. So like a pest, it's gonna be hard for him to win now because if he plays a Pestomite or Exarch, he's gonna need to block to not die. There we go. Exarch coming down not to die. He can untap one of his Steam Vents, but he needs the block so he won't have it in play on his upkeep to go for the combo. You know, this game just went very well for Shiesty. All the trades went in his favor. Even when his Baron 1 died, he was able to untap, play a choke against a tapped out blue opponent. Dismember. He even has the Dismember for lethal. There we go. The GG's coming down. Uncle Shiesty's gonna win the match. He's gonna move on to the finals. Looks like we have mono green in the finals versus green white's Hate Bears. So 2 green decks in the finals. No blue, no red, no black. Unless you can count this Dismember, but it's gonna be interesting. There we go, folks.